G'day and welcome back to another World of Warcraft video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the best add-ons that you can use for your experience in role-playing in World of Warcraft. Now there's only one, or I guess three, but one mandatory add-on that you need, and that will be Total RP3 or My Roleplay or XRP. So basically you need to have at least one of these three add-ons. These will be the basis of a lot of your RP. You set up your profile, you basically build your character's identity, and so they're very important when it comes to kind of showcasing or building your character and basically facilitating your character. So they're very, very important. XRP is probably the smallest, and I think TRP3 Extended is basically the most extensive one, but you don't need the extended version. You can just essentially, go for the basic version, especially if you're a new player. Don't bother installing the extended, just kind of go for the flatline basic version. Now, in terms of basically everything else, the big thing that you need to understand when it comes to RP is that it's to whatever level you're comfortable with. But there are some tools that can make it a lot easier, because it can get a bit crowded, especially in public areas when you're trying to RP or engage in an RP and there are other players essentially getting in your way. Now, Total RP3 Extended is quite a big add-on, and covering it is pretty difficult, just due to the sheer size of it and the complexity of it. So I'm not going to cover that one so in detail, mainly because I'm not actually good enough at it. The next add-on that is kind of really helpful is Emote Splitter. Emote Splitter will essentially take whatever super long messages you have and basically break them into a message so that you can essentially, continue typing without having to worry about ending your session and then starting another line and ending your session and starting another line. It essentially will just break up your message for you, which makes your life quite substantially easier. Next, or at least the next, one that you need to kind of look at is Listener. So Listener is really, really helpful. Listener basically allows you to isolate people and essentially allow you to track conversations a bit better in a crowded section. So Listener essentially allows you to kind of track those messages and allows you to keep track of those game modes, or those like trails of messages. So yeah, pretty good stuff, at least from me. So the other ones you can look at are things like Dice Masters or anything else, but most people will prefer to do those out of party in Discord, or depends on your guild or situation. The rest of them are on a per basis. So now let's take a look at these in game. So first we have Listener, and these two add-ons are essentially ways to track the conversation. So they're not anything too crazy. They just kind of allow you to track the conversation, keep a track of who's talking, how they're talking, what emotes they're doing, and just kind of be more on top of what's going on without having to necessarily distinctly follow it in a difficult manner. So I think these are, I don't want to say mandatory, but they do help. They do help a lot, especially if you and a group are doing an RP in, and people come in and try to ruin your experience, or it's just a crowded area. It allows you to basically engage and hold those sections and have a better time. So it's just very, very simple. Then, just to show you guys, Emote Splitter is just a message splitter, so I can just type as many characters as I want. and essentially once I click yes, it will allow me to press enter, and then we'll just basically continue to play, the messages out. So it's just a nice way to not have to worry about cutting short your message or trimming or anything like that. You can just roll with it, and then it will just continue the trend. Okay, so those are the obvious ones. Then we have the main one, which is your profile. So Total RP3 and Total RP3 Extended has quite a few mechanics to it, and it probably would be even best to go through them in their own separate video. But essentially, the main functionality is setting up your profile, from things like at first glance images and traits to extensive backgrounds in your character, being able to place different pictures in your profile, different backgrounds in your profile. People place music in their profile. People place tons of things in their profile. You can get really extensive with it, and it is difficult to cover it all in one place, but this is essentially where you can start from the ground up and basically build your profile from the very beginning. So it is basically an all-extensive tool to essentially look and control your RP experience. Now, if you have people that are really, really good with the, like RP3 Extended, then they can set up things very, very well for you. We're talking campaigns, we're talking full-on quest lines. They can set NPCs to discuss things by using their in-game models. They can rename them, and it'll show up on your screen. There's just basically a lot. There's just a lot that can be done. And like I said, it's very, very difficult to essentially cover it all in one video. But it's a fantastic tool, and I think it's a super great time to really, really get into your RP. This is the base of your RP, so you don't have a lot else besides it. There's so many different tools in here that it's really just super difficult to even kind of mention everything in one video. There are so many different things you can do, from campaigns to creating items to just setting things up. It's super duper extensive. So feel free to experiment around. I will be doing a video on it, but feel free to look at other videos as well, because it is, really, really, really good. These are really the kind of building blocks upon which you can build your RPs and have a good time. So yeah, it's a great add-on, and it's super helpful. So hopefully these tools will help you have a better RP experience in World of Warcraft. So I hope you're going to enjoy, and yeah, that's basically going to be it from me. So I will see you guys in the next one. But yeah, let me know if you need any more help, or if there's certain add-ons you want me to cover, or yeah, just anything in general when it goes with RP. But yeah, essentially that's going to be it from me. So thanks guys for watching, and really looking forward to seeing you in the next video. So until then, take care, stay safe, and bye.